Hi, Jacob. How are you today?
Hey, very good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is one scary hell of a ride. Thank you so much for making it.
Oh, well, thank you. That's awesome to hear.
I want to know, what was it like to take a short film and turn it into a feature-length film?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, taking a short 5 minute film and turning it into, a 90-minute movie obviously takes a lot of work. In the 5 minute short, I was just trying to scare people quickly and create an interesting sort of monster. But then when I made the movie, really it was about expanding on who the monster was, what he could do, and figuring out the best characters to sort of put in this horrific situation with Larry the monster. And sort of once I figured out those pieces, it was all about having fun with what we could do with this monster, how you can only see him through the screen, and just playing with the audience as much as possible there.
So I really love the concept of this film, and I'm very fascinated by the idea that you focused on a child with autism as the focal point. What went into that decision?
Yeah, so my wife actually works with kids on the spectrum, so I've sort of had a window into that world for a few years, and I've just met some incredible kids over the years, and it had long been in my mind to try to find a way to have a character with autism in a movie. And obviously we've seen that before, but I think specifically putting a kid with autism in a film that's a horror movie that's meant to be a fun ride for an audience and not about the fact that he has autism, that was important to me. And then it really blended so well with this concept of Larry reaching you through technology, because I was able to create a character who is nonverbal and really needed the technology to communicate with the world. And so once I landed on that, sort of the rest of it, with the family around him and everything, just made sense. And we tried to sort of, we did a lot of homework, a lot of meeting with kids on the spectrum and adults, and tried to do our best to really, make a film about a character that's as accurate as possible. Even though, as everyone says, like once you've met one kid on the spectrum, you've only met one kid on the spectrum. So everyone's, so different. But we tried to be true to Oliver and create a fascinating character.
Yeah, I thought Ozzy did such an incredible job with this performance. In fact, the entire movie, I know it was a marriage story, and I totally forgot he was in that. I honestly thought he had autism throughout the whole movie. So I actually Googled it. It was the first thing I Googled once I was done. So kudos to you for getting him, and for him for doing such an incredible job with the film.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, he put a lot of work into it, together with, working with a movement coach and stuff. And Edgy, as a young actor, he has so much empathy for people that are not exactly like him. And that was a big thing, that aside from his incredible acting ability and being in touch with his emotions, his empathy was something that I really loved in the audition process and helped him create this character in such a compassionate way.
What's your secret behind building tension and scares?
The secret behind building tension and scares, I mean, I used to create a haunted house for many years with a bunch of my friends, and that was a live experience, obviously, but that was where I actually learned sort of how long suspense can be drawn out, how much you can sort of ratchet that up. And I learned doing that the elongated suspense is just as important as the big moment where you scare someone, if not more important. And so honestly, in the edit, it's like anything in filmmaking, it's a little bit of trial and error. It's trying, you try stuff and you're wanting to like really bring that tension out for the audience, so they're on the edge of their seat. And then you test the movie, and a lot of it works and some things don't, and then you rejigger it and you make it even better.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time today. Really loved this movie. I told the Focus people, this is a film where, like, if any kid sees this who like has an addiction to tablets, they probably will never touch a tablet again in their lives.
Well, if I can get one kid off of technology, I'll have done my job. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you.